So good morning students, welcome back. Today we'll discuss VT stone bridge topic. Okay, so let's start the topic. See students, this is a circuit diagram of VT stone bridge. Okay, actually VT stone is a name of scientist. He made a circuit. With the help of that circuit, we can find the resistance of unknown wire. Okay, suppose this is copper wire. If you want to get the resistance of this wire, you can find with the help of VT stone bridge. Okay, so VT stone bridge is a device, a circuit. With the help, we can find the resistance of a wire. Okay, that is the definition. Now students, we'll discuss now its construction part. See students, it consists of four resistance. As you see, P, Q, R, S. AB side represent the resistance P, BC side represent the resistance Q, DC side represent the resistance S, and AD side represent the resistance R. P, Q, R, S. Okay, suppose S is unknown resistance that we have to find. Okay, between A and C terminals, okay, there is a cell with EMF E and switch K1, while between B and D point there is a galvanometer and switch K2. So that is a basic circuit diagram of a VT stone bridge. Okay, VT stone bridge, a circuit, a device. With the help we can find the resistance of unknown wire. Okay, and mainly it consists of four resistance: P, Q, R, S. A galvanometer between B and D, and between A and C there is a cell and switch cable. Understood? Now students, the main part is its principle. Actually, we know current always travel from higher potential to lower. Okay, so let potential at B point is equals to potential at D point. Okay, when 2 points having equal potential, in that condition current will not flow in this wire, because you know current always travel from higher potential to lower until it does not become equal. When potential at B will equals to potential at D, when 2 points having same potential, there will be no flow of current between these 2 points. In this condition, when potential at B equals to potential at D, it means when 2 points having same potential, in that condition galvanometer shows zero deflection, because there is no current. Galvanometer will not show any deflection, it shows zero deflection because there is no current. In that condition, the ratio of four resistance will be P upon Q equals to R upon S. This is the mathematical formula of the principle of VT stone bridge. It means when 2 points having same potential, galvanometer does not show any deflection. In that condition, the ratio of four resistance are P upon Q equals to R upon S. Okay. Now students, we have to find this formula, we have to derive this formula. So let's start. When switch K1 is on, current I will flow from cell through the circuit. At this junction, current will divide in two parts. Which one? As I1 and I2. I1 will flow in that side because bridge in balancing state, galvanometer showing the zero deflection, 2 points having same potential. That's why current will not enter in this middle wire. Well, I2 is coming from that side and moving also in S. And I1 is coming upwards, I2 is coming downwards, both will add, again it relieve current I. So current completed its circuit. Okay students? Now students, I am going to apply Kirchhoff's second law, that is also said to be loop law. By Kirchhoff's loop law, that is also said to be voltage law. We did before. So in which loop? A, B, D, A. In loop A, B, D, A. A, B, D, A. So let's start with A. So when we move from that side, the first resistance comes as P and its current I1. So I1 P. Okay. There is no resistance. Okay. Now we are moving next resistance is R. Look, we are moving in upward direction and current is coming opposite to R. we are completing circuit like this, okay, and current is coming from upward direction. This is R direction, we are completing circuit in this direction, and current is coming from that side. R direction and direction of current is opposite, so we'll use minus sign as per Kirchhoff law. Resistance R and current I2, so I2R, and its potential difference should be 0. As per loop law, we know change in potential, the algebraic sum of change in potential is always 0. So potential difference should be 0. Now student, transfer minus I2R at that side, it become plus I2R, equation first. Now students, I'm applying again loop law in this loop. First of all, I applied in this. Now I take B, C, D, B. In loop B, C, D, B. Look in B, C, D, B. In this loop, now I'm applying Kirchhoff's second law. So you start with B point. The resistance comes Q and its current I1. So I1Q, current into resistance. Look, we are completing circuit like this. This is R direction and this is direction of current. Both are opposite. When R direction and direction of current is opposite, we'll use minus sign. So they come minus because we are coming like this and current is just opposite to us. And resistance S and current I2. So I2S, okay? And their potential difference should be 0 as per Kirchhoff law. Transfer I2 at that side, it become plus I2S, equation second. Now student, first divide by second, equation first divide by second. I1P divide by I1Q. I2R divide by I2S. Look, I1 to I1 cancel out, I2 to I2 cancel out. So we'll get P upon Q equals to R upon S. This is the principle of V-T-stone piece. When 2 points having same potential, there will be no current. In that condition, if galvanometer shows zero deflection, the ratio of 4 resistance will be P upon Q equals to R upon S. That we prove. Okay. So this is our V-T-stone piece. So now students, we are going to discuss a numerical based on V-T-stone piece, that the topic that we did just now. Listen students, we are given two circuits. This is a numerical. We are given two circuits, circuit first and circuit second, and we are given 4 ohm, R1, 6 ohm, 9 ohm, and there is a galvanometer having 60 ohm resistance, while another circuit is 6 ohm, 12 ohm, R2, 8 ohm, 3 volt battery and galvanometer. In that second circuit, the position of galvanometer and cell are interchanged. Look at this is the position of cell, and this is the position of galvanometer. We interchange the position, okay? And we are also given in this question, in both the condition, that is important point. We are given that in both the circuit diagram, galvanometer is showing zero deflection. It means both circuit are in balanced state. V-T-stone bees are in balancing state. In that condition, we have to find the ratio of R1 and R2. This is R1 and this is R2. It should be clear, I think, that we are given in both the circuit galvanometer is showing zero deflection. It means it is indication that both the circuits are in balancing state. In this condition, we have to find the ratio of R1 and R2. So breeze are in balancing state. So I am going to apply V-T-stone bees principle for first circuit. For circuit first, we know this is P, Q, R, S. P upon Q equals to R upon S. What is P? P as 4 ohm. Okay. Q is PQ. Q is R1. R is 6 and S we are having 9 ohm in circuit first. So for R1, 9 into 4 by 6. Okay. 36 by 6. So R1 come as 6 ohm for first circuit. Now similarly, I am going to apply V-T-stone bees principle for balancing circuit for second circuit. Okay. For second circuit. P upon Q equals to R upon S. P, Q, R, S. On interchanging the position of galvanometer and cell, it will not affect the balancing state. That is the important point. When we change the position of galvanometer and cell, it will not affect the position of balancing state. That's why the ratio will remain as P upon Q equals to R upon S. P as 6 ohm, Q as 12 ohm, R as R2 and S as 8 ohm. So for getting R2, okay, 48 by 12, 4 ohm. Okay, so we got R1 as 6 ohm, we got R2 as 4 ohm. Now we have to find its ratio. So what should be the ratio of R1 and R2? R1 we are having 6 ohm and R2 we are having 4 ohm. 3 by 2. So the ratio of R1 by R2 is 3:2. So this is the answer. The ratio for both the resistance for two circuits will be 3:2. Understood, students?